Okay, so imagine a murder mystery that's not just a story, but a formal challenge, a meticulously designed game of logic with a really strict set of rules, where the author is basically daring you, yeah, you, the reader, to solve the puzzle. This is the world of Honkaku, and today we're cracking the code.
Chilling, right? This is classic Honkaku. It almost always kicks off with something that feels completely impossible. You know, a room sealed from the inside, a body that vanishes from a guarded location. The facts are all there, but they just seem to contradict each other, creating this total paradox that defies any simple explanation.
And that question right there, that is the entire premise of the game. The author presents you with a case that looks absolutely unbreakable, but the genre's central promise is that a logical key always exists. It's a direct invitation to a duel of wits between you and the writer.
So here's our game plan to see how this duel works. We'll look at these impossible crimes, break down the strict code they follow, uncover the whole philosophy driving them, track the genre's history, and try to figure out why this intricate game feels more important now than ever.
Okay, so let's dive right in. What actually gives this genre its unique identity? Well, it all starts with the name and its incredibly focused mission.
The word Honkaku literally translates to something like orthodox or authentic. You can think of it as a throwback to the golden age of detective fiction, but with this distinctly Japanese precision. The goal here isn't some deep psychological dive or social commentary. Nope, the goal is the pure intellectual thrill you get from untangling a seriously complex logical knot. It's a puzzle box, first and foremost.
And, like any serious game, Honkaku is governed by a set of rules that are absolutely non-negotiable. This is the code that defines everything, ensuring that the duel between you and the author is always an honorable one.
You should think of these less as literary suggestions and more as logical axioms. The author is obligated to present all the data you need. They are absolutely prohibited from hiding key evidence or pulling a magic trick at the end. The whole system establishes the terms of the debate. The author makes a claim, this crime is unsolvable, and you are given all the tools you need to build your rebuttal. It's all designed for fairness.
And they take this obligation very seriously. An author won't just tell you about the creepy mansion. They'll literally give you the blueprints. They won't just mention a few suspects, they'll provide a full cast list complete with alibis and complex schedules. These aren't just decorative extras. This is the raw data. This is your evidence file, and you're meant to scrutinize it, analyze it, and use it to completely dismantle the author's seemingly perfect crime.
Now, this obsession with rules and data isn't just for fun. It's actually built on a surprisingly deep philosophical foundation about the very nature of truth.
Here it is, the core belief. Truth exists. It is singular, and it can be discovered through reason. A Honkaku mystery throws you into a world of pure chaos, contradictory testimonies, impossible physics, but it does it with an underlying promise that all of that, it's just noise. Your job, and the detectives, is to find the signal.
And this is exactly why the rules are so crucial. They turn the story into a structured, rational dialogue. By guaranteeing the puzzle is solvable with the info you're given, the author is treating you as an equal partner. To break those rules would be a cheat, right? It would make the whole search for truth completely meaningless.
And this also explains the obsession with tangible, physical evidence. Honkaku trusts a floor plan way more than a gut feeling. It privileges a timetable over a person's testimony. Why? Because a locked door is a verifiable fact. A person's location on a map at a specific time is a piece of hard data. These things can't be distorted by memory or emotion or deception. They are the only reliable building blocks for a logical proof.
But this highly structured, puzzle-driven approach, well, it wasn't for everyone. In fact, the history of Honkaku is really defined by a huge debate about what a mystery novel should even be. In the mid-20th century, this rival movement called the Shikai, or social school, came along as a direct challenge. They basically argued that the why was way more important than the how, so they swapped out the intricate logical puzzles for gritty realism, exploring the real societal problems in post-war Japan that drove people to crime. For them, the puzzle was just a trivial distraction.
And you can see this whole push and pull right here. After its golden age, Honkaku got sidelined for a while by the social school's call for relevance. But then, in the 1980s, a whole new generation of writers staged a huge comeback, and they did it not by hiding Honkaku's artificiality, but by leaning into it completely.
This revival, called Shin Honkaku, was just a full-on celebration of the puzzle. The crimes became even more elaborate, the solutions even more mind-bending. The authors treated it like a game, and the characters were often mystery buffs themselves.
Sometimes they'd even pause the story to debate the very rules of the genre they were in. It was a brilliant, self-aware defense of the puzzle for its own sake.
So, after all that, why does this formal, game-like genre continue to find a global audience? What is the ultimate appeal of the puzzle box?
At the end of the day, it really comes down to the deep satisfaction of the game itself. It's a challenge that's been issued and met. It's a belief system that puts its faith in reason. It's a flat-out guarantee that for every problem, there's a solution. And it's the profound comfort you get from knowing that, at least within these pages, logic is always going to win.
This quote just gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Honkaku doesn't pretend the world isn't a confusing, chaotic place. It just offers a counter-argument that all that chaos is an illusion. It's just a temporary state of not having enough data. The truth is there, waiting for a logical mind to come along and assemble it.
And that leaves us with one last thought to chew on. In an era where facts can feel negotiable and reality itself seems up for debate, maybe the simple act of entering a world where the rules are clear, the evidence is real, and the truth is guaranteed isn't just an escape. Maybe it's a necessary reminder of what it feels like when things make sense.